Good afternoon, classmates. This is Tom Walters. I'd like to give you a short presentation on multi-generational diversity in the workplace. I chose this topic because of personal experiences I've had, most notably at my company, Service Aluminum Corporation, which I just retired from last month. I'd like the audience to understand what a multi-generational workforce is and how we can work more effectively together. That's the goal of my presentation today. And before I start, I'd like to share with you a short little video clip that I thought would be appropriate for this topic.
Generational lingo from a Gen Z,
Gen X, and a boomer. Okay, boomer.
That's wonderful.
That's radical.
that slaps.
Absolutely.
Sure thing.
Bet.
Fibber McGee,
Liar, liar.
You're capping.
she's overly dramatic.
Don't be such a drama queen.
You're so extra.
We're bosom buddies.
We're BFFs.
Bam.
That's a riot.
Rolling on the floor and laughing.
I'm dead.
Don't be disgusting.
Gag me with a spoon.
I'm triggered.
She's gossiping.
She's such a blabbermouth.
She spills the tea.
She's a shady character.
She's a little bit slippery.
She's sus. Generational lingo from a Gen Z,
Gen X,
And a boomer.
okay, boomer.
I thought you'd all get a kick out of that class or out of that TikTok video with all the different generations we have in this class. And so I thought you'd really enjoy that. So let me tell you about an experience I had recently at Service Aluminum. One was with a younger employee that's my equal, vice president of the corporation. And we talked about for many months, almost a year now, about going paperless. I'm a baby boomer and who likes to have paper in front of me, whereas this other person is a Gen Zer and prefers no paper and wants to go totally paperless and online at all times. Have you ever had that experience at a company that you work for or been around where everybody wants to go paperless and you want something in front of you? How'd that turn out? I mean, can you relate to that type of concept? So let's talk about what multi-generational is. According to Dana Wilkie in her article, Collision Course, the multi-generational workforce published in the SHRM magazine on February 19th, 2014 says, it's an increasingly significant generation gap is putting younger and older workers on a collision course over communication styles and work habits. So let's talk about a multi-generational workforce and what it is. Let's define it. So I'm going to be discussing three key points in this presentation. What is a multi-generational workforce? What makes us different? And how can we work together to resolve any issues between the generations? One key takeaway, according to Donna L. Hager and Tony Lingham, a trend toward work-life fusion, a multi-generational shift in technology use at work, which was published online on August 22nd, 2014. They say, in the coming year, there'll be 5 generations coexisting in the work environment. And we believe that's how technology is utilized in both spheres of work and life is shifting with technology. Can you relate to that? So what is a generation? A generation, by definition, a noun, is all of the people living at the same time or of approximately the same age. There are 5 groups that will be working closely together in this current day. They include traditionalists, baby boomers, Generation X, millennials, and Gen Zers. Traditionalists were born from 1922 to 1945. No, that's not me. Baby boomers born 1946 to 1964. Yes, that is me. Generation X's, which were born from 65 to 1980. Then there's the millennials between 1981 and 1996. And then, of course, the Gen Zers from 1997 to present. So what makes us different?
Okay, I found this on the web for in the coming year. Will be
Larry and
5
Megan
generations
Johnson-
coexisting in the work environment. And we believe that's how
Larry and Megan Johnson's book, From Boomers to Linksters, Managing Friction at Work, 2010, describes what makes the generations so different. So Larry's background he is a consultant who helped organizations build more productive and profitable working cultures through the development of strong leaders and dedicated employees. He has received rave reviews from more than 150,000 businesses, governments, and healthcare workers across the country. So what types of values make us all different? Well, traditionalists value hard work, duty before pleasure, detailed oriented. They do not like change. They believe in pay your dues and age equals seniority. Baby boomers are ethical, idealistic, workaholics, spend now and worry later. They invented the 50-hour work week or more, values team collaboration, and they don't take criticism well. Generation X, their values of balance and diversity, they're self-reliant. They can easily move between jobs. They work to live. Work is just a job. And they're looking for forward-thinking managers when they go to work for someone. Millennials are digitally savvy. They want mentoring and immediate feedback, and they're innovative. Generation Z wants to make a difference. They're motivated by a secure life. They value information on demand. They value competition, independence, and entrepreneurship. So the third point I wanted to make is, how can we work together? What generations are involved? Is conflict generational, or is something else going on? What perception does each participant have? What values are at stake? What would be the ideal outcome? And what solution would I find acceptable? There are some key steps to resolving the conflict. That would be to identify the issue, decide if it truly is an issue, identify the desired outcomes, determine your interests and theirs, identify alternatives, and create a plan to get there. So some of the steps for resolving that conflict are: open debate, open your ears, open your mouth, open your mind, and then agree on an outcome. In conclusion, we've covered the following main points in this short presentation. What is a multi-generational workforce? What makes us different? And how can we work together in the future? Thanks for your time. Have a good evening. This is Tom Walton.